Hello! Today I'm going to talk about The Silent Age, which was originally released as a mobile game and then revamped for its PC release on Steam in 2015. It was developed by House on Fire and published by Meridian 4 and is a post-apocalyptic 2D point-and-click game with themes of time travel, science fiction and survival. It's set in 1972 and allows you to travel as far into the future as 2012. It's a short single-player experience, played in third person, traversing time and space, solving puzzles and trying to save the world. So, yeah, no pressure. It's a relatively short game. I completed it and its 24 achievements in 7 hours, and I was being my usual slow self, so it can almost certainly be done quicker. One of my favourite aspects of The Silent Age was its visuals. The game uses a largely muted colour palette with lots of toned down blues and purples, but adds splashes of really vibrant bright colours, such as the red of the protagonist Joe's jumpsuit, and this provides a high contrast look that pairs well with the minimalistic lines and abundance of silhouettes and shadows. With the exception of a couple of slightly clunky looking animations, the game was really aesthetically pleasing to me and fit well with the other aspects of the game. For example, in combination with the music, this also served to give the game something of a film noir feel. Each of the 10 chapters had different music, as did the few areas within them, such as the nightclub, and the audio kept true to the tone of the game, but really helped provide sense of progression and location in a short game with quite small maps. The ambient noises and sound effects were also used really well, help keep you grounded in the environment without being too distracting. The voice acting's also done well for the most part, and there's some really interesting side characters, but I did find Joe to lack conviction and emotion at times, and this made him come across as a bit simple and even underdeveloped as a protagonist. The dialogue's well written, and it flows well, and the characters have distinct voices, but I did find one particular bit of conversation with Dr. Lambert in Chapter 8 to be quite convoluted and unnatural. It went on far too long, it seemed forced, and it was especially noticeable because I'd really enjoyed the dialogue up to that point. The puzzles were well constructed and logical, but the game's a bit quick to tell you if you've missed anything, and it made some of them feel a bit too easy. The game features a time travel mechanic, and that's integral to the story and the gameplay. Often it's necessary to change time in order to obtain puzzle items or progress to different areas. This was used well and replaced the tedious walking back and forth that you quite often find in other point and click games. The items were also single use, which keeps the inventory clean and lowers confusion, if you're like me anyway. Things do go a bit wrong in Chapter 10. The entire level is essentially made up of walking from one end of the map to the other and back again, repeatedly. It almost felt as if the developers got to that point in the game and thought it wasn't long enough. The excessive walking, where there'd previously been very little, felt like artificial lengthening and was a real low point of the game for me. That being said, the story held my interest throughout and managed to go full circle into a really satisfying, if not predictable, ending. I bought the game on sale for 50% off of its regular price of $6.99, and I am happy with the experience I had. I enjoyed it overall, and I definitely recommend it to fans of point-and-click games. It's well made, has a good narrative, and the time travel mechanic adds a really fresh touch that made for some fun gameplay. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked it, feel free to check out some of my other reviews. Bye bye.
Hello? Is anyone in here? Oh, drat. The muzzle's split.